Like, I will, like, fight people about that movie because it is a very important film, especially for, like, people like me. And when I say people like me, I do 100% mean Asian people. Like, Asian Americans. Hell, it didn't do that great in China because it wasn't meant for Chinese people from China. It's not a story for them. I have the first pick done for my animation and feeling great. Nice! No, Ben's just recently watched Crazy Rich Asians, and he's telling me he doesn't think it's that great. And I'm like, it's not a film for you, that's why you don't think it's great. Yeah. Cause there's that whole mahjong scene. If you've seen the film, you know what I'm talking about. But there's that whole mahjong scene that goes on in the film towards the end, and it's very, very significant, and it's very well done as well. But most people, and I will say this, most people don't understand the significance of it because most people don't. Your average person watching the film probably doesn't know how to play mahjong. I do. And that scene by itself spoke volumes for what happened. And you would think like, oh, you get the gist of it, but it has a deeper meaning. Like it gets pretty deep. Like what happened in that scene. You get the basics of it when you watch it. You know, she let the mom win. But the actual significance of the what happened is very important. And that detail of it is very important. Like, most people will get what happened, but like the actual significance of like how deeply it was embedded in that scene was like really, really, like, they didn't have to go there, but they did. And I think that's why it's so important. Wait, I keep where are those pieces that I dropped? I don't think we have tungsten. I mean, if you can go get tungsten, you can go get the big shredder. But we don't have any tungsten right now, so that's the only problem. I mean, we could build the large shredder. We just don't have any tungsten. I'm trying to fill up these canisters since I'm down here. I should build myself a wide mod. See, I kind of feel the same way defending movies and stuff like that. One movie, the creators went out of their way to learn about the yeah, go. I mean, yeah, Orange, you can go take the shuttle and go anywhere if you want. Just go ahead. Just take the shuttle. One piece of zinc. Like the culture. That whole movie is not just simply for, unfortunately, it's not just all Asian people. It's a story for Asian Americans. Again, that's why it didn't do well in China. You would think that a movie with an all Asian cast would do well in China, right? Especially when it's about Chinese people. But no, it's not true. It's not true. It didn't do well in China. For a few reasons, actually, because Chinese people don't really like Singapore for one, they don't really like, unfortunately, it's true. It's not being racist. It's true. Just because in history, if history goes to show, you'll know exactly why China does not like, you'll understand why China doesn't like Singapore. If you know your history, you know why. And that's also, it's also that thing too, like, technically it could have done better in the box office if more people watched it, right? But like, it doesn't have, oh my god, my mouse is jumping everywhere. Where is it? Okay. It only showed in China. China's a very big market. But if China pulls Crazy Rich Asians off of the air, like, after a week, you lose that international sale. It's just because it doesn't appeal to that market, because simply, oh my, why is my mouse over here? What the, yo, chill, man. I don't think they should have a window mode in this game. That's what I kind of don't like. I feel like I should like report it. Because my mouse is okay, I'm literally looking at my mouse right now. It's like on this side. Why is it not restricted to my game? Like, it's over here. It's like Harry. Like, why are you over here? Why are you on this side? Oh my god. Like, why is my mouse going over to my second monitor? I don't have that problem with any of my other games. It's only because Astroneer by itself, I'm like really upset right now, like, just in general. Like, nobody comes in here and attacks Crazy Rich Asians. Okay, that film, I love that movie to death. Okay, you know, seriously, I don't understand why I don't understand why this game doesn't just have a full screen mode and that's it. They literally have full screen windowed and then windowed mode. Like, their actual full screen mode is not it's not full screen. Full screen would be you're restricted to the screen and that's it. You cannot, when you're in the app, you should not, or when you're in the game, you should not be able to go on this side. Like, you should not be able to, your mouse should not be flying across the other screen. I don't understand why they just don't have full screen mode. They have full screen and then windowed. Actually, no, I take that back. What do they have? They have windowed. Hold on, let me try that. Nope. Still the same thing. I don't understand. Why do you even have that? Why do you have windowed full screen mode and then also windowed mode? They're the same thing. Why don't you just have full screen mode? Why would you separate it? I'm really upset today, like, I'm sorry, you guys know, I'm usually pretty chill, but like, today I'm like, a little like triggered today. Oh yeah, there's no oxygenator in the ship anymore because I left it on Glacio. My bad. Like, it didn't used to be this bad. I don't think this used to be a thing on the previous patch, but for some reason, this patch has been just, yes, they got rid of a lot of things, but I feel like they need to, like, I'm mixing fan of you raging at your mouse. But like, I don't understand, like, there's a lot of quality of life things that they should add to this game, and I'll tell you guys, for any of you guys, if somebody could like forward this to like the Astroneer devs, that'd be great. Can like there's some things in the game that they should add to this game to make it 100% better, just for quality of life things. It doesn't even have to be in-game content. I'm not asking for in-game content. I'm asking for quality of life things. First of all, in multiplayer mode, you need to have like notifications when somebody gets into your game. Every game that I have that has a multiplayer mode, Terraria, Stardew Valley, what else is there? Yeah, I think even Minecraft has it, okay? Like, they have a notification that says somebody has joined your game, especially in a game like this, you know? Because what if, like, somebody comes in and, like, off your friends list? You either have this where you have a notification come up, or you have some sort of login for your room, so that, like, when you're playing it, not just random people from your friends list can just join in and ruin your world. They have to either be invited or, like, have some sort of, like, access password. Don't make it open, because that's just asking for kind of trouble. No, I mean, like, you can still randomly join if you have access to the world. Like, I don't want to have, like, this goes for, like, people who maybe have, like, a solo world, and they have friends who have Astroneer, but, like, if you have Astroneer and you just want to, like, have a solo private world, there's no such thing as a private world on here. Because then, like, what if you just want to play a solo game, right? What if you want a solo game where you don't want anybody to come into your game? Why is that not an option? That's, like, first and foremost, that goes along with the whole multiplayer thing. Add notifications for when people pop in, so they can't just be, like, hiding out. This game is so big, they're gonna hide out somewhere in your world and, you know, do something, and you wouldn't even know, right? So first of all, put in notifications to say somebody came into your room. Secondly, add, you know, that whole thing about privating, like, private access, whatever. Make sure that you have, like, a setting, like in here or something like this, right? That says, not able to join or something like that. Like turn off to, you know, restrict access or whatever. Add in a password. Simple. It's easy. A lot of games have it. This game should have it too. Thirdly, add full screen mode. I don't understand what this means. Windowed full screen and windowed. They're the same. When you're playing at a higher resolution, it's literally the same thing. I don't know why you have both. Add full screen. Because windowed mode, your mouse can literally fly across to another monitor. I don't know. I guess most people just don't have dual monitors, and that's why. But, like, that's, like, a huge quality of life thing. Because I don't want to have to, like, I think that's part of the reason why I started using a controller, is because even though it's a lot slower, it's just because my mouse kept flying across to another screen. Like, what the heck? I think there's one more. There's a few more. I can't think of them right now, but those are my top 3 things. Like, you need notifications. I'm not even asking for, like, optimization or anything. These are just, like, small quality of life things. You know? It would make it a lot better. And fourthly, this only applies to certain people. I think maybe 10% of people who play Astroneer have this issue, including myself. Where'd I leave the oxygenator? On Glacio. Just make another one. It's easy to make. It's just 1 aluminum and 1 compound, I think. But yeah, so this problem only affects maybe like 10% of people who play this game, and mostly just people who play with or 2 monitors. No, why don't you come back and make an oxygenator and then go again. Yeah, come back and make an oxygenator. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm just saying, like, okay, going back to this 4th problem is that if you have a second monitor, this doesn't apply to every person with 2 monitors, but I think it affects like maybe 10% of people. When you turn on the game for the first time, it does not load into your main monitor. This is my main monitor, but when I load the game up at first, it actually defaults to my secondary monitor. It only affects 10% of people. So, like, I think, and this is it's like only affecting people also who have what's it called? Like I don't even know. There's no real like way to determine what the issue is, but I think a display select is in order for it to make it really, really good. Because I should be able to click like choose like in the settings, not at every boot, but like I should be able to choose like, hey, I want my game to always default on this monitor. Because I know there are some games that like automatically like maybe default on the wrong monitor the first time you bring it up. Like I know that there's some games that do that, and that's pretty common, but like they at least let you change like which monitor to pick. Like they tell you which ones they want you to default to after you load it up for the first time. And then every subsequent time that you load it up, it should be good. Like you're all good. But this game just doesn't have that yet. And I've actually suggested it to one of the devs. He hasn't gotten back to me about it yet, but I think it's like a small issue, but like it's again, it shouldn't ever be an issue. That type of thing should not be an issue. A display like every time I have to boot up this game, I literally have to change the resolution. Physically bring the windowed game over to my main monitor and then reset the resolution back to full screen, and then I have it on this screen. Yeah, see, Orange has the same exact problem. I'm telling you, like, it's ridiculous, and I don't understand. Like, I don't know, maybe like most people who have computers only have one monitor, but like I've looked it up and it's literally the same issue. I don't understand why they don't have a display, like a display select option. A lot of, like, pretty much every single game, you don't think about it until you have this issue, but it shouldn't be an issue. I have 3, so managing games is... Yeah, I mean, yeah, I feel it. Like, it's small. It's a small issue that you never think about unless you have a game like this where it always defaults on your secondary monitor for some reason. And there's no easy fix for it for some reason. Do we have any ceramic? I can make some. We might be out. Yeah, give me a second. Can you go make me some more medium storages? Or is this a medium storage? Yeah, it's a medium storage. Make me like one more. But yeah, it's just, there is some, I think those are my 4 biggest things right now. I don't even care about the content in the game. It's just those small things I would like to have in the game. Thank you. Just for quality of life. Like, I know a lot of people have problems with it being really buggy, dropping frames. I'm not even asking for them to optimize the game. That's not what I'm asking for. I'm just asking simply for those 4 things. Hey, wait. Oh my god, never mind. You're good. I was gonna make it so that they would all stack together, but this is fine too. This game looks better a bit when you're not on max settings. I'm not on max settings either, though. I am on... looks a little rough. Oof, it actually looks really rough. I'm putting it back on high processing. I'm on medium, medium, medium. Oh god. Oh, why does it look like this now? My post-processing, it looks kinda weird. Eesh. Wait, why did you do this? Oh. I think I messed it up when I changed it. It's okay. I like this. You know what? I might need to hold on. Give me a second. I'm gonna reset it real quick because my settings are all wrong. My bad. Ben's about to fight me on this. No, because I switched my post-processing. It doesn't look shiny. Hold on, give me a second. It doesn't look shiny. Sorry. Mike just got a shiny Pichu. It's about the same rarity. Santa Hat Pichus are really hard to get for some reason. That's fine. Is the quality better, or do I have to restart my game? I mean, honestly, you can't really tell. Oh no, it's pretty bad still. Hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna restart my game because it seriously just messed up everything. Oh my god. No, you're good. That was kind of my fault. It's gonna start up on this screen again. I should like snap it for you guys. Harry, you feel me? No, for some reason, it's gonna bother me if it's like that. I can see it in the thing, like, I don't want to mess with that. Man, those literally are the 4 things that I would want them to add to the game. Just quality of life stuff, you know what I mean? Like, it's very minor, I would think. It's not like they have to add new things to their game. Wait. I don't understand what's the difference between windowed and windowed full screen. Like, what's the difference? It's literally the same thing. See, this is my problem with this game. Why even say like solo mode here? Like, I guess they're making us like a multiplayer update eventually. But like, can they add it to their list of things to do? Like, who's hosting these, like, servers? Do you have to self-host yourself? Or do you have to, like, pay for it like Rust? I don't know, man. Sometimes this game really... Is the quality still bad? Or am I just imagining it? I did something and now I don't... Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just... Am I imagining it? I think I might be imagining it. Maybe I'm imagining it. I think I'm imagining it. Ugh, that's so weird. It doesn't look any different though, right, to you guys? Oh man, I'm going crazy. Do we need this much? Oh. I don't know how it was still going, but it was going. Okay. I don't think we need that much clay, do we? I will fight. Wait, did you leave? Do I need to unpack these? Why does it... I don't think I need to, right? But yeah, I will fight tooth and nail for crazy rich Asians. You're talking to a generation of people who grew up on Wong Fu, and telling them that there are no Asian people who can act. You have definitely not seen Wong Fu production before. And the greatest thing about it is that I think it's the reason why it's so important is because it didn't, honestly, like, the film itself, anybody could, like, in the story, right, because it is a rom-com, any person of any race could have honestly played those characters in any other story. It's been done before, yes. But with those characters, I think it's just good. Oh god. Is this me yelling at my mouse? Why are you so bad? Why are you like this? Oh god, I'm nervous now. You're gonna make me seem like I'm like this angry fool. I'm just really triggered today. Oh god. Actually, I kind of want to see it. I feel like an angry fool. maybe compound? What else do we need? Quartz? I think quartz. We can use some quartz. I mean, I just got a lot of quartz. Sub-lobby? Okay. I love it. It's so cute. Why you no work? Okay, but it's seriously really annoying because my OBS is right next to this, and if my mouse literally slides off of this game and goes over my OBS, I can accidentally click something and mess it up. Which is not good. But it's good, I like it. It's really funny. Where's Harry? Oh, there he is. He's inside his tunnel. He scared me for a second. Like, now he's got me really nervous, because I'm like, I don't know if he's escaped or not. He's behind this wheel. Sorry, bud. I scared him. I scared him when I like clicked my tongue. Yeah, he's a good boy. He's a good little boy. He's a good little guy. You're a good little guy, huh? Stream. He's my stream partner. I mean, if you couldn't tell by him like being on the stream, but that's why he literally has his own little camera on stream. And I'll be honest, I think for the most part, most of you are just on here because of him. It was the same thing when I used to have, when Yuki was around too. Like, I feel like yes, most of you here, you guys are here, like, yes, because it's it is a pretty chill stream, but let's be honest here, you guys are mostly here to see the hamster. Like, I would be too, to be honest. Like, if any other stream had like hamsters in it, I would be so— oh god! You need to widen that path, man. Your son in the limelight. But let's be honest here. Like, I'm sure most of you guys are here to watch Harry. Like, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. Yeah, Yuki used to be a really big hit with you guys, when she was alive. Yeah, you guys, I think you guys— oh god! Ah! I feel like you guys also took it pretty hard when she passed too. Like, you know, like, for the most part, I still to this day miss her a lot. But she was a good ham. I love Harry to bits as well. But like, Yuki, I think she still had a lot of life. If she didn't get sick, she would actually, honestly, her lifespan she would still be good right now, but she got sick, so it was, you know, unfortunate. Can't do anything about it, unfortunately. I tried. Let's see. Mostly watch your stream because of you. Sometimes forget about Harry. I mean, to be fair, Harry is like, he's not on screen all the time. And so it is kind of like a partnership. He does like, when he does weird things, like escape, you know, he's there still. Like, he has that entertainment value as well. So if you ever guys need any calming thing to watch. No, I mean, Yuki passed, like very suddenly, back in September. Was it September? Yeah, back in September. Because she got like a sinus infection. The reason why I put the towel over the cage of Harry's cage is because Yuki passed away of a sinus infection, which correlates to being, she basically kind of got a cold, due to some sort of maybe a draft or something like that. And because Yuki was the first hamster that I had gotten since moving to this new place, because all my previous hamsters had, I'd had them at my parents' house, so I grew up with hamsters. I've never had an issue with like that before, and like this was kind of a new thing for me, having a hamster in this place, because I've never had a hamster here, so I didn't know the living conditions, what I had to watch for, and so unfortunately that's just how it was. I didn't know if it would be drafty or not, because I've never had a problem with draft when owning a hamster. So she got really sick really fast. Even though I took her to the vet and got antibiotics and everything, it just didn't work, because she was already, by the time I got her to the vet, it was already pretty too late. Yeah, but I miss her a lot. She was a very like chill hamster. She was the inaugural hamster on HamCam. And so, like, some of you guys who have been here for a long time remember her. And she's a very like funny hamster, because she was also very thick. She's a thick hamster, man. Like, I don't know if like you might think that like Harry is a big hamster or whatever, because he's not a dwarf. You know, like there are people who have dwarf hamsters, and you know, dwarf hamsters are pretty small, but like Yuki she was a thick girl, man. Like, she was thick. Like, I don't think I've ever had another hamster that was as big as she was. Like, she's just she thick girl. I miss her a lot. God bless her little hamster soul. But yeah, it's always sad when you lose a member of your family, I think, like pet or not. You want to draw a thick hamster gang? Yeah. Yeah, there might be some clips on like on here of Yuki still. But she was she's a very good hamster. I know that you guys loved her a lot. For those of you guys who were here for a long time, she was a very good hamster. She wasn't afraid of the light as much as Harry. I don't think Harry is that afraid anymore of the light, but she was very friendly. She got along with people, like, for the most part, like strangers and stuff. Harry takes a little bit of time to warm up to people, like generally just strangers. He takes a little bit to warm up to people. He's very shy in nature, so that's understandable. He's very cautious in nature. Yuki, however, she would like snuggle up to you, regardless of who you were. Like, she's kind of like the golden retrievers of hamsters. Like, you know how they always say, like, golden retrievers are not good guard dogs, because they would go home with just about anybody, right? Yuki was kind of like that. Oh god, no. Yeah, Yuki was kind of like that. She would let anybody handle her, regardless of who you were, or if she had ever met you before. Like, she would be fine. Have I told you guys that I'm like, oh, this path needs to be wider. Have I told you guys that I'm like halfway through House already? Can you believe that? It's only been like 3 or 4 weeks since I started the show, and I'm already that far into it. Like 4 seasons, man. I'm already 4 seasons into it. Like, what the heck? I know some of you guys are probably like, only 4 seasons? You should be done with it already. It's an 8 season long show, man. I'm not gonna binge that hard on House, you know? Like, there's only so much you can do. Just watch random episodes on TV. The thing is, I've been watching it on, what's it called? On Amazon Prime, because they have all 8 seasons of it on Amazon. And so I was watching it because I just wanted something, something to kind of like give me white noise, when I'm doing work. So I just literally just watched that show because, like, who honestly knows what all of the medical terms that they throw around on that show? Like, unless you are like an actual, like, maybe a med degree or something like that, you have a medical degree, or are a doctor, you know, like, I'm pretty sure you don't, like, most people don't know what most of those diseases are. Like, do you guys know what sarcoidosis is? Like, I don't think so. Like, I don't know what sarcoidosis is. It sounds terrible, you know. They use all of, like, the actual, like, terminology, too, for it. And I'm just like, what? Did somebody just get into this world? I think Orange is in here somewhere. But yeah, like, sarcoidosis. Does anybody actually know what lupus is? Even though it's never lupus? Mod. I guess we can use some more zinc. We're kind of running out now. I don't have a wide mod. Yeah, but it's never lupus. It's never lupus. I'm like one of those people who also like looks up things that I don't understand, like in shows. I always look it up while I'm watching it. Like, for example, what's that show called? The Crown? I didn't understand how the... Oh, there he is. I didn't understand how like, British royalty worked. Like, you know, like, I didn't understand, like, you know, like, whatever. Oh, appendicitis. Yeah. I mean, but that's only because it's not a rare disorder. Appendicitis is not a rare disorder. Regular people get that all the time. My friend had to get his appendix removed because he had appendicitis and he had to get it removed. He was really embarrassed by it for some reason. I was like, yo, it's just your appendix bursting. It's not like it's embarrassing. Because he was like limping one day and we're just like, why are you limping? Are you okay? And then he was just like, oh, it's not a big deal. I just broke my leg. And I'm like, no, you didn't, you freaking liar. I was like, first of all, you wouldn't be limping you wouldn't be limping like that, and you would have a cast. I know, like I know some medical terms and stuff like that, but they get really, like, some of those are, like, really rare. Almost took 3 hours, could have died in those 3 hours. Yeah, I mean, like, appendicitis can be very dangerous. If, like, because it's basically, like all that, like, poison can get, like, everything that your appendix, like, has in it or whatever can, like, could kill you if you don't treat it. Like, if it gets infected, you could die from it. So definitely, I feel that. Because, like, I mean, honestly, like, like the whole process of, you know, getting your like appendix removed and stuff, actually it's not even that bad. Like they just like poke 3 holes in you or something like that, right? And they just like suck out the pieces of, and they cut your appendix in like 3 pieces and they just suck it out. Yeah, the bacteria in your appendix just take it out. So yeah, I'm just gonna take this with me. It's just because we don't need our appendix anymore. Like, whatever bacteria that we needed from our appendix, as our ancestors needed them, we don't need them anymore because of evolution. I just don't understand why we just don't remove. Why don't we just, like, not have appendixes? Like, why don't they just, like, take them out? Is it because it's, like, is it because it's a dangerous procedure, or like not really necessary invasive procedure? Is that why? Oh, I guess it's a pretty invasive procedure then. I thought it was like, oh, maybe it's not that bad, that's why they can just leave it. Like, they could just take it out and just like, here. Like, why even go through it? Oh, scientists still think we need it? Okay. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna take half of these. I don't think I need all 4 of them. Because I will be drilling for zinc as well. So, actually, hold on. Let me just bring this with me. Probably that's easier. I think with the drill mod and the wide mod, I think does the drill mod take priority? Can I switch this then? It's both the same. I thought it might be different. Yeah, because they like poke. Apparently, yeah. When you do appendix surgery, they just poke 3. Like they poke holes in you. They basically use those holes to cut your appendix into pieces, and then they just basically pull your appendix out through those holes. Like that's the whole procedure. Like I know what jaundice is. Like I know, like that's just basically when you start getting jaundiced, your skin jaundices. That's basically your liver is shutting down. Like I know that for sure. Oh, there's a piece right there. Actually, this works. You know, I sometimes think about it, right? If I was maybe a little bit smarter, I think I could have maybe gone to, like, I may have been okay to go to, like, or I may have wanted to go to law school or something like that. Or become an engineer. Then again, I'm not that smart, so... In my opinion, I don't think I'm that smart, so it's probably a good thing. I think I would make a terrible lawyer. What's up here? That's a drop. It's probably a good thing that I'm not a lawyer. Oh god. That's... Eesh. That sounds, doesn't sound like a fun procedure. I've gone under full body anesthesia before, because I had to have surgery on my hand. That was a painful experience, one that I do not want to ever go through again. Although I feel like full body anesthesia is pretty fun. Like, you literally just take a nap and the next thing you know, you're somewhere else. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I had surgery on one of my fingers, and so like, but I wasn't diligent enough to do PT on it, so one of my fingers is messed up still. So I mean, I was in high school, you know, like I didn't really care that much. It was kind of a waste of everyone's time and money. I still have the effects of it today, which is kind of funny, honestly. I think whenever my mom looks at it, she's like, I can't believe it. We went through all this trouble for nothing. Hold on. Actually, coming out of full body anesthesia is like one of the worst things in the world. I wasn't like, mine was like the opposite. I wasn't even like high. Like, it was just like, I was nauseous the entire time. Like afterwards, I was nauseous. Like, I just felt like I want to throw up the entire time. It was terrible. You have a messed up finger? I mean, I was born with my messed up finger, so like, no, it was just really bad. Like, I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy that feeling at all. Yeah, I was so yeah, like for the like you guys can't really tell, and for the most part, most people don't even notice it when they meet me, but I was born with a crooked pinky. Or a bent pinky. I forgot what the actual medical term was for it. There was like a... Actually, let me look it up real quick. I wrote my college essay on it. There's like a trait for it. It's, it's clinodactyly. It's, basically a bent, it's like bent with a, like your pinky is bent. Generally, your pinky is bent. So, like, my pinky, I was born with, like, it's bent. Like, see, these are all my regular hand, but I have a pinky that's, like, bent permanently. And so the surgery was supposed to, like, fix it, actually. It was supposed to straighten it out. So what they ended up, because, like, originally, the bone, like, this part of the bone down here, it was this, okay, say this is the part that's connected, like, it's, like, here, right? But the bone was actually, like, say if this is this piece of that bone here, right? This is the other part, the tip of your pinky. The bone was actually, like, normally your fingers are supposed to be, like, end to end, like this, right? Like, the joint, say this part is the joint. These are the two different bones that are supposed to stick together. So, the bones are supposed to be like this, and so, like, that way you can bend it like this, right? Like, that's how you normally bend your finger. It's, like, you know, stacked on top of each other, like this. However, mine was... My pinky was born like this. So if you can see that, you can't really, you know, bend it up like that. So when I was, basically when I was born, instead of being like this, end to end where you can bend it, it was born like this on the side, like 90 degrees. So that's the reason why it was, that's the reason why I couldn't bend my finger when I was a kid. I still can't bend it. I think it's even worse now, to be honest. It's about the same. And so when they did the surgery, because it's partly my fault, because I didn't do the PT all the time, and so like you actually have like 2 tendons that are in each of your fingers, basically. So you have like, so when they did the surgery, they had to cut into the tendon, but mine like fused together. Those 2 tendons fused together, and so now I can't bend it either way. So it's about the same. It's just that now I have no feeling like on the bottom, this part of my like hand. Like normally when you like touch the bottom of your hand, right? You are like underneath your fingers, like you can, you know, you feel, but here like underneath, because of all the scar tissue and everything, I can barely feel there now. It's kind of actually really messed up. Yeah. Little known facts of Kona, you know what I mean? But for the most part, because it's my pinky finger, you honestly would not notice if I didn't tell you. I've grown up with it where I don't even notice it half the time anymore. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't break it or anything. It just was, I was born like that. So, it's fun. I did break, and the funny thing is, you don't realize how important some of your fingers are until you can't really use them anymore. Because little known fact is that your pinky is your pinky and your 4th finger can contribute to most of your hand strength. Little known fact. So if you like break your 5th and 4th finger, you actually kind of lose a lot of like the strength in your hand, like your grip strength. A lot of your grip strength actually comes from your last 2 fingers. So yeah, the grip strength in my left hand is not great anymore. I compensate well with my 4th finger, but it's just not the same. Yeah. Like, I kind of still, like, I would say that my right hand, my right pinky, is not entirely straight either. Like, I don't know. I'd say that's pretty not straight, right? So, but it's straighter, it's obviously straighter than my left hand. You can start bringing home scrap, okay. Sounds good to me. Yeah, so... yeah, if you ever, that's why I say all the time, like, never underestimate the smallest part of, like, your body. Like, your pinky might be one of the smallest parts, like, you don't really think about your pinky very often, but, like, don't underestimate it, because you lose a pinky, like, it's, you kind of, your hand is, like, your hand kind of relies on it more than you think. Oh my god. What? Hello? You can, okay, I'll bring back scrap.